with me along some strip of herb strewn that just divides the desert from the sown, where a name of slave and sultan scarce is known, and pities Sultan Mahmud on his throne. What winged creature arises and flies, though the red rose garden of paradise, whose fair dreams become from visions realized, the definite blooms from the many tries.
To hold the hour eye of mine.
Dullards say, repent of thy overflow.
I will none of it, I'm my own vine.
When morning breaks, the rosy cup drain, and dash fame's crystal on the rocks again.
Here, the desert meets the sown. Slave and sultan are names unknown. We live
Your thoughts are far away today.
I pity the Sultan on his throne. He has everything and nothing.
Heart to my hand to lift the wine, hand to heart to hold.
By order of the Sultan, you are summoned to court.
My court is here, Captain. We do not recognize your authority.
Omar, the Sultan has need of you. Your wisdom is required at court. My wisdom is busy. Tell him that. This is not a request from a friend. It is a summons from your Sultan. I am my own vine.
And dash fame's crystal on the rocks again.
Pleasant smelling scents lift her heart and mine. Essence of rose amber jasmine, night queen myrtle saffron and sandalwood stimulate the inner spirit sublime.
In gardens where the evening air grows sweet, where dusk and dawn in fragrant union meet, each breath draws deeper secrets from the night, as precious oils make passion more complete.
These ancient scents that prophets knew of old, more precious than the merchant's finest gold, unlock the gates to paradise within, where love's pure essence time cannot withhold.
Each perfume note dances through evening air, like memories of gardens rich and rare, where lovers walked in moonlit paradise and left their lingering essences there.
The frankincense from ancient temple walls, through centuries of wisdom gently calls, while precious owed from deep within the tree, like liquid gold through time softly falls.
Sweet orange blossom, fresh as morning dew, mingles with vetiver's earthen hue, creating symphonies of scented song that paint the night in colors ever knew.
The fragrant path leads to wisdom's door,
Where mystics sought what lay at nature's core. For in these scents lie secrets of the soul that poets have been singing evermore.
when darkness falls and stars begin to shine.
These perfumes, like the finest vintage wine, intoxicate the spirit with their truth. All beauty, brief or lasting,
Is divine.
beneath the arch of golden sky, where secrets linger, truth denies the breeze. A lover's quiet sigh, it breathes your name, it won't comply. Oh, daylight draped in lace and gloom, a fleeting kiss, a fragrant bloom. Your shadow dances through the room, and I am lost, and I am a cup of light it spills, it breaks, the morning hums, the world awakes, yet still your touch, a phantom ache, a whispered vow I can't forsake. Through marble halls of sunlit stone, I chase your ghost, I walk alone. The clock's hands mock, they carve, they moan. The heart beats loud, the mind disowns. Oh, daylight draped in lace and gloom, a fleeting kiss. The garden hums with a whispering breeze, 1,000 blooms bend to unseen seas. I walk alone where the moonlight spills, chasing shadows that time distills. petal holds a secret song. Each moment slips where we belong. Rubaiyat romance in the night, dancing stars, their endless flight. Time unwinds like golden thread. We live, we love, we never fled. The cello moans, the violin weeps, their voices rise from ancient deeps. I see your face in the candle's glow, a fleeting flame, then it lets you go. Oh, fleeting world, oh, endless dance. Love's a gamble, love's a chance. Strings entwined, hearts collide. We are the echo of what's inside.
Rubaiyat romance in the night, dancing stars, their endless flight. Time unwinds like golden thread. We live, we love, we never fled. We live, we love, we never fled.
Master, these observations contradict the Siege. The spheres are not perfect.
The heavens declare his grand design, Ibn. A perfect clockwork, divine.
Or master, a truth revealed by patient care? One that shows how we got somewhere.
The scriptures give us all the answers we need. Do not plant a dangerous seed.
Life on Earth is death's borrowed demit. We are not his puppets. What if we are free of the strings, free to live, to question things?
That is the whisper of angst and heresy. There is no truth without divinity.
The grand illusion fades like morning mist. Behind the scenery, truth's chapters scroll.
I found this in the high mountains, far from any sea.
From mud and slime. Oh, over years of time.
Nature requires no deity's command. We are free to live it.
Master, the city gates will close soon.
A Simum wind is coming tonight.
My splendor rent asunder. And still, the point remains unsaid.
Only this moment is real. Perhaps true wisdom lies not in the words we write, but in the water we drink.
Then let us have this moment, Master. The wind can wait.
So we retreat from the coming doom.
Heaven is here for those who see grass and stream meet the eyes in forest and desert where heaven's realm lies, and there life's hell has gone away, you'd say, as you consort with maids of paradise.
For those with sight where stream and meadow meet, in wild and waste heaven spreads complete. Their hell dissolves like mist at break of day, while paradise-born maidens dance so sweet.
Heart to my hand to lift the glass of wine.
Hand to heart to hold the houri of mine.
Dullards say repent of thy overflow.
Ah, I will none of it, I'm my own vine.
Heart guides my hand to raise the cup of wine.
Hand holds my heart when clasping love divine.
Dull preachers cry, repent thy wanton ways.
Ah, I'll have none, this vineyard is all mine. When morning breaks, the rosy-cupped rain, and dash fame's crystal on the rocks again. Thy lute is sweet, thy tresses soft as down. Heaven is here and future glory vain.
When morning breaks, the ruby cup rain deep and shatter fame on rocky cliffs so steep.
Thy lute sings sweet, thy hair soft as the dawn. Heaven dwells here, why seek what you can't keep? sky. Each petal falls a soft goodbye. The moon bends low, her secrets spill. The night is quiet, the heart is still. But shadows hum, they start to sway. A quiet pool, the dawn's ballet. Oh, the petals fall, they drift, they sigh.
A book of verses underneath the bough, a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and thou.
With her singing in the wilderness.
A book of verses underneath the bough, a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and thou beside me singing in the wilderness. Oh, wilderness were paradise, and no.
What winged creature arises and flies, though the red rose garden of paradise,
Whose fair dreams become from visions realized.
the definite blooms from the many tries. Follow the path past the rose bushes side, where the forest opens to a shaft of light.
Here the flower beds, one with a lush of grass,
Where greenish light glows forth, the hours will pass.
Hear the purest pitch, where the bluebirds sing,
Where the lilacs ne'er know it isn't spring,
where heaven's eternity bides its time, where all woes and troubles have taken wing.
Here the grapevines ne'er toll their final nail,
Ere they pour ruby nectar in life's dell.
an ideal where were the cups to be filled, to the brim to spill, quenched and drenched so well.
Though hewn for study of the stars I am,
And philosophy to hear old Khayyam.
best your tangled tresses attract my view. Then enjoy wine, verse, and a leg of lamb. Have we goat's bread and a leg of mutton, while writing verse in the wilderness yon? Oh, tulip cheeks lovelier than the moon, it treats beyond the bounds of a sultan. Cast from thy glory the hill dream as a sultan prevail. We choose the love nest over greed's estates, with romance, bread, wine, and verse as our traits. Heart and soul by poverty's privacy. Rich is the fortune that poorness creates. She shines well beyond the radiant dome, and she curves as gracefully as a poem, like a gift of orange roses wrapped with bow. She's the eternal present there at home. The thirsty sun raises the morning's dewdrops and sculpts a mist, forming clouds of airdrops. Long the world lies dry in afternoon's beam, till quenching darkness cries forth its teardrops. What fires burn, what flares radiate and rise, passioned here, connecting us to the skies, beyond all ken, as flames that ne'er lessen. Oh, Mother Nature outdid herself this prize. A book of verses underneath the bough, a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and thou beside me singing in the wilderness. Oh, wilderness were paradise, and no.
What winged creature arises and flies, though the red rose garden of paradise,
Whose fair dreams become from visions realized.
the definite blooms from the many tries. Follow the path past the rose bushes side, where the forest opens to a shaft of light.
Here the flower beds, one with a lush of grass,
Where greenish light glows forth, the hours will pass.
hear the purest pitch where the bluebirds sing,
Where the lilacs ne'er know it isn't spring,
where heaven's eternity bides its time, where all woes and troubles have taken wing.
here the grapevines ne'er told their final nail,
Ere they pour ruby nectar in life's dell.
an ideal where were the cups to be filled, to the brim to spill, quenched and drenched so well.
Though hewn for study of the stars I am,
And philosophy too, hear old Khayyam.
best your tangled tresses attract my view. Then in enjoy wine, verse, and a leg of lamb. Have we goat's bread and a leg of mutton? While writing verse in the wilderness yon. Oh, tulip cheeks lovelier than the moon, it treats beyond the bounds of a sultan. Cast from thy glory the hindering veil, rather than give up thy body and fail. Wear instead the old rug of poverty, and thus the same as a sultan prevail. We choose the love nest over greed's estates, with romance, bread, wine, and verse as our traits. Heart and soul by poverty's privacy. Rich is the fortune that poorness creates. She shines well beyond the radiant dome, and she curves as gracefully as a poem, like a gift of orange roses wrapped with bow. She's the eternal present, there at home. The thirsty sun raises the morning's dewdrops and sculpts a mist, forming clouds of airdrops. Long the world lies dry in afternoon's beam, till quenching darkness cries forth its teardrops. What fires burn, what flares radiate and rise, passioned here, connecting us to the skies, beyond all ken, as flames that ne'er lessen. Oh, Mother Nature outdid herself this prize. What need have we of golden palace walls, when leaf green shadows dance in forest halls? What use are silken cushions to our rest, when moss grows soft where afternoon light falls? The wine we share reflects the setting sun. The bread we break shows days' work well done. While verses read aloud take wing like birds, through branches where the evening stars have spun.
Your voice makes music of the poet's words, more sweet than morning songs of waking birds. While
Let others seek their heaven far above, in jeweled crowns or things they're dreaming of. Our paradise blooms here between two hearts, where simple pleasures prove sufficient love. The book holds wisdom gathered through the years. The wine holds laughter, joy, and sometimes tears. The bread holds earth's own blessing in its crust, while you hold all my heart through all its fears. What sultan's garden could be half so fair as this wild meadow that we two now share? What royal feast could match our simple meal, seasoned with love and clean mountain air? The cricket's evening song becomes our tune. The rising stars are lanterns and the moon. Our silver cup from which we drink the night, while time slips past like water all too soon. A river bends where dreams collide. It swallows stars, it tears the tide.
The cello mourns, the violin pleads, a symphony of fractured seas. The drum beats low, the rhythm cracks, the strings ascend, they never lack. The heart bursts wide, the notes collide. We drown in sound, we cannot hide.
Some sigh for a promised paradise. They chase glories in the next world. I say, take the cash right now. Let the credit go.
The wine is good. The day is perfect. Why does your heart look so far away?
I hear a distant drum, Omar. A calling I cannot ignore.
This.
It is beautiful, but so brief.
Then let us savor the brevity together.
Heaven has its pleasures, they say. Pure wine, honeyed sweets, relief. But this moment has them too.
This is cash. That is a promise.
See how the rose embraces the moment, Layla. This beauty is not.
This beauty will fade. It will die. What then? What is left of us?
She is sweet, soft, and wild, like a child afraid of a dream. This moment is all that is real. Our love grew this rose. A storm cannot scatter that. This is our eternity, Lila.
Tell me of the stardust, Omar. Tell me of us.
We are the universe becoming aware. We are the dream, not the dreamer.
Some for the glories of this world, and some sigh for the prophet's paradise to come. I'll take the cash and let the credit go, nor heed the rumble of a distant drum.
Or so 'tis claimed to relieve mortal pain. But we needn't pay for promise beyond. Here, from life's currency, we've the same.
Heaven now risks us found exist, they say, and their pure wine and honeyed sweets have they. Fill up and pass the cup for better cash than is 1,000 promises to pay.
Above us, the branches slowly sway and fan away the little creatures that try to land. The trickling waters play tinkling lullabies, while flocks of returning geese fly the skies.
She is sweet, soft, and inconstumably wild, as she lies beside me like a sleeping child. Her quiet breathing stirs not the wooded scene, as she rests silently on the forest green. I caress her tresses in romantic rhythm, to the contented sighs she sends toward heaven. We slumber where the grass fledges the stream, half awake or asleep in love's peaceful dream.
Throughout the day we sit beside a brook, reading with life its most wonderful book, then sleep with each other in a sweet nook. And this of her and me was all it took.
So here we lay in the embrace of love, and in our intensity lose track of the world around and are surprised to look and see beside us a rabbit and a dove.
In the soil we shared these flowers we chose: truth, tulip, goodness, lily, beauty, rose. Nurtured with care they yet wave to and fro. Storms can't scatter the flowers that love grows.
Like living lenses, we mirror our love in feet Feedback loops, images spiral above, echoing as infinite reflections that fill up the scene. That's what love's made of. Success blossoms out of a thoughtful dream, grown from seeds of what life to one would seem, then bears forth fruit, healthy and delicious, in the garden watered by a wishing stream.
Life, mind, spirit, form, time, and consciousness derived from the primordial content
that materialize from the fundamental, granting us the experience of being. Our fruits are of a universal seed, as yet another yield of all possibility for siblings elsewhere in the entropic sea are also born of such probability. The basis is forever no creation, energy being the primest potion, and entirety is seen that it can be. No way but then it is eternally. All from stardust begins and ends in thee. The mighty wrecks of the elements are strewn across the universe like chaff from the harvest. Much of the cosmos still a vast wasteland.
Care a gentle old man sits silently by the sundial in time's sanctuary, slowly marking the hours by the shadows that creep over the face of eternity.
I know what is and what is not. I show as myth of grace above and waste below. But all this wisdom I will quick renounce, if one a better place than drink can show.
To miserly creatures thou hast given paths and waterways
In the earth riven, yet we must pledge our goods for nightly bread. Who would give a fig for such a heaven? In the garden of time where roses bloom and fade, we dance between shadow and light.
The wine cup glimmers with liquid ruby fire, reflecting not heaven's promise, but earth's immediate gift.
Why wait for paradise? place when paradise walks beside us in flowing silk and gentle laughter.
Here beneath the pomegranate tree, her eyes hold galaxies, and his touch writes poetry upon her skin.
The nightingale sings of longing, but we sing of having in this moment eternity lives, not in some distant realm,
But in the space between two hearts beating as one.
the philosophers speak of truth in dusty volumes, yet truth pours from her lips like honey, sweet and golden in the morning light. What use are 1,000 tomorrows when today offers such
Treasures. The stars above chart their ancient courses, indifferent to human desire. Yet in her embrace I become both astronomer and constellation. Time flows like the stream through the garden, unstoppable, precious, carrying away all things except this.
the memory of her hand in mine, the scent of jasmine on the evening breeze, the way light caught her hair like captured sunbeams.
Let others count their prayers and pile up good deeds. Like coins I count the moments when she laughed, the seconds when silence spoke louder than words.
The heartbeats that measured not duration, but depth. The clay pot holds wine, but what vessel can contain the intoxication of true companionship? We are drunk, not on fermented grapes, but on the fermentation of souls, touching souls.
When the final curtain falls and the players exit the stage, what remains?
Not the gold we gathered or the titles we claimed, but the love we dared to give, the beauty we chose to see, the courage we showed in being truly, wildly, completely alive. A distant drum, it calls my name through shadowed hills, through golden flame. The wind it whispers soft and low, a tale of lands I'll never know. Rubaiyat, Rubaiyat, the stars they dance where you are at. 1,000 verses sing your tune under the sun, under the moon. The cello weeps, the violin sighs, a river flows from unseen eyes. Mountains mountains rise where dreams collide. The heart beats wild, the soul can't hide. Strings entwine like threads of fate, drum beats pound at heaven's gate. Oh, Rubaiyat, your echoes climb through endless space, through endless time. Rubaiyat, Rubaiyat, the stars they dance where you are at. 1,000 verses sing your tune under the sun, under the moon. The drum still calls its voice untamed. Through every life your name proclaimed. Rubaiyat, Rubaiyat, forevermore. Your melodies an endless shore.
No, not again. This work will be seen by the Shah. My future begins with this piece. Why does my hand betray me now?
This is for the court, for tomorrow, not for the spiders of today. We stretch a lifeline of tenuous vow.
Hoping our future will hold.
See how soon the weighted web fails? The only real time is under our feet. Here, now.
See how the light catches the now. This single moment is everything, Kaveh.
Not the past, not the future. Memory, sensation, and what may come. Only this moment holds them all.
The moon drinks silver from the lake, a trembling hand, a heart to break. The stars, they whisper tales of old, each word a thread of woven gold. soft refrain. In bloom, its petals frail, each sigh it breathes a fleeting tale. The cello hums, the violin weeps. Were it not for the spider-like to spin the thread of present life away to win.
What for ourselves who know not if we shall breathe out the very breath we now breathe in.
To future columns we stretch our present row by a lifeline of tenuously spun vow.
Oh, how soon the weighted web begins to fade.
The only real time under our feet is now.
Life's a web of who's, whys, what's, and how's, stretched as time between eternal bows.
Gossamer threads bear the beads that glisten, each moment a sequence of instant nows.
No matter how one tries to shake from boughs the fruits of truth from the tree of knows.
Computation makes not yet the morrows. There's naught else but lone resultant nows.
Days are the cyclic units of time's pearls.
Beads worn round in the necklace of the months.
They distance themselves like night echoes into the rosary of the seasons.
Memories, ideas recall the last heard tone. Sensation savors what is presently known. Imagination anticipates coming sounds. The delight is such that none could produce alone. Life's a web of who's, whys, what's, and how's, stretched as time between eternal bows. Gossamer threads bear the beads that glisten, each moment a sequence of instant nows.
The web of life
dangles on this cosmic lace, a trembling drop in vast eternal space, while past events string out behind like pearls, and future moments wait to take their place.
Some threads lead up toward heaven's distant peak. Some spiral down where darker answers seek, while others stretch horizontal through time, where cause and effect their patterns speak.
The web vibrates with every choice we make. Each action sends fresh ripples in its wake, while distant strands connected feel the touch. What quantum tangles in our movements wake.
Between the threads swim particles of chance, like fireflies that through the evening dance. Each flash illuminates a different path, through which our destinies might advance.
The ancient spinners weave with patient care, each filament of fate both strong and rare, while we poor flies caught in this grand design see beauty in the trap that holds us there.
Some strands are spun from joy's pure golden light,
Some dark with grief that dims the stars at night.
yet all together form the pattern whole
That makes our brief existence burning bright.
The web holds memories like morning dew, each droplet showing different points of view,
While time flows on, refreshing every strand with possibilities both false and true.
so dance upon these threads while still you may, for though they quiver, still they hold their sway.
And in their intricate connecting lines lies meaning for our brief cosmic stay.
Each sunrise, a new pearl strung,
And each sunset, a thread unwound from the great tapestry of what was days, like pearls, are strung upon the ever-thinning thread of time's great necklace. Precious, finite, each a shimmering facet of existence. How fragile, this intricate lace of life so easily broken, and yet how strong in its design, each filament a fragile hope, a fleeting joy.
look closely at the web, not merely spun by a roots of life itself, a delicate architecture where dreams too heavy fall and aspirations weigh upon its silken strands.
For life itself is a vast, shimmering web, a network of questions, some unanswered, some unearthed. We are entwined, caught between the known and the unknowable, observing a glistening dew-covered web. A single large dewdrop causes one thread to sag precariously. See how a single burden can distort its perfect form. Watches as the thread snaps and the dewdrop falls, and a life weighed down by sorrow can shatter its own intricate design, yet others remain interconnected.
Threads of time, gossamer thin, stretch endlessly before us, behind us. Some paths glisten with promise, others are dark with what has been. We trace these lines, seeking meaning, charting a course through the intricate uncertainty.
Mysteries deepen as we journey on, approaching a gnarled, ancient tree, its branches laden with glimmering, symbolic fruits, the fruits of knowledge perhaps, or consequences, bitter and sweet, shaking from the branches of experience. From the ancient tree of knowing, we shake down its fruits, not always knowing what nourishment or poison they hold. Each bite, a taste of truth, a lesson learned, etching itself upon the soul. Some fruits offer clarity, others only deeper riddles.
For what is life but a fleeting ripple between memory and sensation? Imagine futures and present touch. We dwell in a world shaped by the whispers of the past and the shimmering mirages of what might be.
Touches, a shimmering illusory pool that reflects fragmented memories. These echoes, are they real? As real as the moment we perceive them, as fleeting as the dream from which they sprang. Imagination paints our canvas, memory dyes its hues. The past, a collection of pearls, lies strung within us. Memory, a jeweler, repolishes them, sometimes twisting their glint. Sensation, ever present, anchors us to the now, even as imagination spins new threads, new worlds. Such is the fragile dance of our inner selves. Indeed, the soul is but a breath of the eternal, and the body a prison we inhabit for a fleeting span. Why then should we fret for what is past, or what the future holds? The sun sets, as it always has. Time moves on, and in this brief, infinite moment, we are. That is enough.
So let us live now, entangled in the present, finding solace not in answers, but in the beauty of the questions themselves, and the shared journey through this magnificent, bewildering existence.
At first, we sleep in our mother's womb. At last, we sleep in the cold, silent tomb. The rose has thorns to keep beasts away. They preserve her fragrant bouquet.
A rose's prime lasts but an hour of morn. Then what is left? Only the thorn.
Like the rose, suffer the thorn, and you will gain the fragrance.
Life whispers a dream that says, wake, live now.
The rose withers all too soon.
Surrender to live, enlightened, more than 1,000 suns.
Amber skies bleed into the night, soft as whispers the fading light. 1,000 secrets in the air, but no one's listening, do they care? Rubaiyat son, where do you run? Painting the world, then you're undone. Golden dreams that never stay. You burn so bright, then fade away. Shadows stretch like endless hands, reaching out across the sands. The wind, it hums a mournful tune, a fleeting dance beneath the they blink, they shy away, afraid to speak, afraid to stay. Rubaiyat son, where do you run? Painting the world, then you're undone. Golden dreams that never stay. You burn so bright, then fade away. to the rose that blows about us low. Laughing she says, into the world I blow. At once the silken tassel of my purse, tear and its treasure on the garden throw.
This morning dewdrops pearl the tulip's face, while the violet drooping bows in grace. But fairest the rosebud does closely lace her skirt to shield her blush from winds abase.
Petals float to earth and they signify that beauty's past, for all that's left is the thorn.
At first we sleep in our dear mother's womb. At last we sleep in the cold silent tomb.
In between, life whispers a dream that says, wake, live, for the rose withers all too soon.
With the rose, the earth is rich forever.
It's born from spring's dying kiss to summer.
It wears all the gems the dew has wreathed, blooming wherever summer's breath has breathed.
The rose has thorns to keep the beasts away. As such, they preserve her fragrant bouquet. Her petals unfold, meeting the light of day. The queen of flowers melts my heart away.
Like the moon, challenge night and gain the light.
Like the rose, suffer the thorn, gain the fragrance.
Of life, surrender to live forever, enlightened more than 1,000 suns.
A mutual self we form, one both friend and lover, touching soul to soul. Through language we discover, opening each other up to connect ourselves. Now we two total more than one plus one other.
In the emerald heart of Persia, where ancient gardens whispered tales of old, bloomed a love as vibrant and ephemeral as the rose itself. This was the world of Anahita, whose laughter was sunlight and Kalen, whose gaze held the wisdom of desert stars. Their story, a delicate ballet between joy and sorrow, youth and eternity, began amidst blossoms. Our journey commenced with the innocent delirium of spring. A young rose in its purest blush, seemed to laugh, its petals unfurling into the world, scattering treasures. Petals of vibrant crimson, soft blush and golden dew danced on the breeze. Each falling petal, a gem. Anahita, her silken veil catching the light, danced barefoot through the garden. Kaelin, captivated, watched as her joyful steps disturbed a cloud of these laughter-born petals. They glittered like scattered jewels, symbolizing the carefree abundance of their youth, the infinite possibilities of a love just awakening. This was the dawn of their shared existence, painted in hues of uninhibited delight. Every breath was perfumed with possibility, every touch a spark of nascent passion. Then came the quiet hour of dawn as the sun kissed the horizon. Dewdrops clung like shimmering pearls to the tender tips of tulips and violets, bowing in modest reverence. But amidst this humble splendor, a rosebud shy and exquisite held its breath, its secrets cupped within tightly furled leaves.
Anahita and Kaelin, hand in hand, walked through the morning mist. Their silences spoke volumes, a silent promise exchanged as they knelt together by the blush-hued bud. It represented their nascent love, pure, untouched, holding the promise of breathtaking beauty yet to unfurl. Their gazes met, deep and understanding, a shared moment of simple, profound anticipation, like the dewdrop on a new bloom, pristine and full of potential. Time, a silent gardener, tenderly coaxed the rose to its full glory. It bloomed in magnificent splendor, its scent intoxicating, its form perfect. Anahita and Kaelin, now older, their love matured, often found solace beneath its abundant canopy. But the garden also taught them of life's fleeting dance. They watched with heavy hearts as the same rose, once defiant in its prime, began to weep its petals one by one. Each fall was a whisper of time past, a gentle reminder that even the most exquisite beauty must yield to the earth. They held each other closer, acknowledging the bittersweet truth, their hands intertwining, finding strength in shared vulnerability, understanding that the essence of beauty lies not just in its bloom, but in its graceful decline and eternal return to the earth. The roses of the garden became their quiet guides, teaching them the profound rhythm of existence, from the hidden promise within the soil, akin to life stirring in the womb, to the silent return to dust, the graceful surrender of the tomb. They witnessed new shoots emerge as old blooms faded, a constant cycle of beginning and end. Anahita would tenderly press fallen petals into the earth, a silent blessing, while Kaelin would point to a nascent bud, illustrating hope. Their love, too, was woven into this tapestry, a vibrant thread that persisted through seasons. They understood that their brief passage was but a note in a grand symphony, was never lost. Spring always returned, painting the land in vibrant hues, and the earth became rich with roses. A testament to nature's boundless generosity. From spring's tender whispers to summer's vibrant crescendo, the garden thrived, an endless tapestry of color and fragrance. Anahita and Kalen, walking hand in hand through fields of endless bloom, saw their love reflected in this enduring abundance. Each newly opened bud is a renewed promise. Each vibrant petal a testament to shared joy and resilience. Their journey together was like the garden itself, continually renewing, deepening its roots, drawing strength from the earth's timeless spirit, a testament to their enduring affection. Their love, like the rose, was not without its defenses.
They learned that true beauty often carries a protective grace, the thorn. These were challenges, obstacles, moments of doubt, or struggle that inevitably arise in any deep connection. But like the rose, which preserves its delicate heart with sharp sentinels, their love was strengthened by these trials. When they faced storms, when shadows fell, they remembered the thorn, a symbol of resilience, of boundaries wisely drawn, of the inner strength that protected their sacred bond. It was through navigating these difficulties, through weathering life's inevitable pricks, that their love truly blossomed into something resilient and unbreakable, safeguarding its profound beauty.
As twilight fell, the moon, a silent sage, challenged the encroaching night, illuminating paths unseen.
And the rose, within its enduring spirit, suffered the very essence of its thorns.
Not for pain, but for the profound gift of its intoxicating fragrance.
It was a metaphor for their spiritual journey through life's inevitable suffering, through moments of discomfort or profound loss. They sought understanding, finding enlightenment, not by avoiding pain, but by passing through it. Just as the rose transmutes adversity into unparalleled sweetness, so too did Anahita and Kalen find deeper wisdom, their connection transcending the physical, blossoming into a spiritual understanding that permeated their souls, guiding them through the deepest night toward unblemished truth.
And so their journey culminated not in an end, but in an ethereal fusion.
Like two rivers flowing in to a vast serene ocean, or two flames merging into a single radiant light. Anahita and Callum became one, their individual spirits refined by life's lessons, by shared joy and hardship intertwined seamlessly. Their hands clasped together mirrored the perfect unity of their souls. Their gazes, once curious, then loving, now held their individual fragrances mingling to create an aroma of supreme, unified love, a love that transcended time, flesh and form, echoing through the boundless heart of the universe. An eternal testament to their becoming.
Gain the light.
Like the moon, challenge night and gain the light.
Like the rose, suffer the thorn, gain the fragrance of life, surrender to live forever, enlightened more than 1,000 suns.
As lotus rises from the muddy deep, through darkened water slowly does it creep, to blooming glory on the morning pond. Such wisdom from life's depths we too may reap.
Like pearls that form in wounds of oyster shells, like thunder that in stillness briefly dwells, like flames that dance through fuel they consume, each loss a greater gaining foretells.
The butterfly must break its chrysalis, the seed must split to reach toward spring's kiss. The mountain stream must fall to find the sea, and we must empty cups to taste new bliss.
The phoenix gains its glory through the fire.
The diamond forms beneath earth's crushing tire.
The strongest steel is tempered in the flame. Through trial supreme, we too may rise higher.
Learn from the reed that bends but does not break.
From winter trees that seem to sleep but wake.
From stars that shine more